What I love about Bumble, real quick for the ladies out there, Bumble, the ladies have to make the first move. So guys, you can't have a bunch of jerks reaching out to you, sending all sorts of stuff.
Because how many people liked me? So I have all 1,700 plus, 50 people new.
1,700, good Lord. Women.
Yeah, and nearby I have over 100. So I like that it separates out how many are new, because like when I was traveling or something, I could hit the nearby ones and see when I was in New York how many were in New York versus how many here. So if I do the nearby, then it pulls up the ones. Hopefully these are in Houston now. Yeah, Texas A&M, you know.
Okay, so you get a notification, but these guys cannot reach out to you. That's what's cool about Bumble. And you could like them because they'll get it. See, here's what we get.
Right.
Hey, Beth liked you. She has 24 hours to do something.
Oh, yeah.
That's what we see.
Okay.
And if I'm really desperate, which I'm there's no way in hell I'm going to do this, but as a guy, you can say, okay, I want to give her another 24 hours. That's bullshit.
So, no, I've heard men say that women will look, and if they don't do that, women think they're not interested.
That's pure insanity.
I think it's insanity too. So I don't.
Women, with all due respect, seriously, sometimes they go way too deep. Because I'll like her picture, so now I know she likes.
Yeah.
And all you got to do is send me a hi. Once you send me a hi, then I can.
Okay, I think that's terrible. I think if somebody only sends you a hi, if that's the first and the best introduction they can come up with, I'm thinking they've got nothing.
All right, this is good because you're talking from a woman's point. I will tell you, from a guy, when I get a hello from a woman, and I've gotten that on Bumble, I'm like, okay, she opened the door. That's what she did. And one of those women I've dated, we went on a couple of really good dates.
I don't know. So, what do I do? Like, you can put up. Okay, so I would write something like, hey, blank, it's nice to virtually meet you. I have jumped out of a plane twice. He must have liked one of my pictures about something or commented. Or maybe his profile said he hasn't jumped out of a plane. I don't know. I have jumped out of a plane twice and have to admit it was awesome enough that I'd do it again.
So that was your opening?
That was my opening.
So that's actually good. Right? So when I do an opening on the site that I'm on now, I try and leave it with a question. Some sort of a question, so blah, 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 and I ask them a question. Yeah,
so that's a good way. Sometimes I get lazy and I don't do a question, but I definitely do something that then I see how they respond. So when I did, oh my God, you totally cracked me up with something he said.
That's awesome.
And then I'm thinking, that's great. Now he can come back and say, blah, 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 why did you laugh, blah, blah. And instead he's like, oh, cheers from wherever, mid-Texas or something. I'm like, that's the best you got?
No, I would scratch you. Yeah, and Bumble, again, is different. Because when a woman reaches out the first time, no matter what she says, you know she's reaching out. So.
Yeah. So anyway, I think if you only do like somebody sent me, hey, sexy. I was like, that doesn't feel.
Okay, wait. So this is a great topic. First of all, we done critiquing the crap out of me. Or you wanna? A few other things you'll change.
No, I think this is good. So one of the things we've talked about in the past is that you work out a lot, but you don't necessarily say that, and you don't care that somebody else works out.
And I did have to change that. At one point I had on here, because I say in here, I like a woman who takes care of herself.
Yes, that's what you said. Physically, I'm attracted to somebody who takes care of her body and her mind, positive attitude.
Yes.
Yeah.
I said that, even though I like to work out, that's where I brought the chocolate chip cookies in. Because I had a thing on there, and actually my other friend told me to take it out. I had a thing about working out, how it's an important part of my life. She said, Rob, I would never right swipe on you because of that. It's like, wow, really?
Right, because we don't work out, and that's the thing. So if you really limit, it doesn't do.
No problem.
Anyway, let's talk. If there's a spark, we'll know. I don't know. Oh, you talk about because there's no doubt she spent time getting ready for the date.
Well, okay.
I would take that out. I don't think you should presume because
I'm trying to get inside the girl's head. That's what Because I'm reading all these profiles. What's so important to them? So I'm like, okay, that sounds good because that is something.
Okay, so here. What do you think is most important to a woman when she's looking for a guy?
Wow. Well, honesty, right? Honesty, which goes along with loyalty, right?
Yeah.
Besides looks, I don't want to hear looks. Looks are freaking. I can't tell you how many women.
They are looking for looks. So let's just face it. We all are. We need somebody that we find attractive somehow. So
makes them feel good about themselves.
Yes.
And I'm telling you, I can't tell you the times I've read. I want to laugh and have a good time. And they like romance.
Romantic.
Romantic.
So I think, how about also being present? right? You don't want somebody who's constantly rushing off to something else. You don't want somebody who's constantly on the phone.
Yeah, but how do you put that? I agree with
trying
that.
to,
yeah.
You say, like, I think putting something in about, like, I like ones that say, I believe in working hard. I've had a great career, but I also value my downtime and the person that I'm with and stuff, so that I know that you're not looking just to squeeze me in. When people say, oh, I'm really busy, so don't waste my time, I'm like,
I know. I can't tell women say that.
I won't. Yeah. I promise you, I won't. But when they just say, like, in fact, one guy said, I work so much because I don't have other things to do, but I'd really like to change that. And then I know, okay, it's going to be an issue for him.
Yeah.
But at least there's indicative. Right?
Okay. All right.
So
that's good stuff.
I think that's okay. That's what I've got on your profile.
All right, good. So I'm going to do Bumble.
Yeah.
I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you, no joke, I'm going to send you a Word document, just the words. And you can say, Rob, change this, add that. That'll be cool. Very good. And I think every guy should do that. So some of the biggest mistakes I've seen on women's profiles from a guy's point of view, again, women complaining about stuff they don't want, it just comes across so negative. Pictures of just a head up. And I know you said, and you're right, I do not have a full body after I said that.
I was laughing when you said that earlier. I was like, oh, but that's what happens, right? We don't see ourselves and we don't see our profile the way somebody else does. So it's always helpful.
Good point.
Yeah.
And again, have something in there about writing. Even though we're guys, we do want to read something. When there's no writing, to me, that's a big red flag. And I get when you first get on, when you get on, okay, here's the thing, I think very important. When I first got on Bumble, I'm off now. When I get back on, I got on the first time, I had something like 27 women or 30 women that right swiped on me, and I'm like, I didn't join. I'm like, I'll join, so I couldn't see them. When I'm ready to join, I didn't know I had 24 hours. When I joined 4 days later, I had like 3 women. I'm like, wait, what happened to all these women?
Right. So sometimes they'll tell you, stop, delete that profile, start a new one. Because when you're new, right, the apps want to encourage you to stay and to join. So the app, their algorithm, they're going to share your profile much more often at the very beginning.
So make sure you have your profile ready before you hit go live. That's the point.
Yeah, okay, and if you just want to test it, then you're going to have to log out and go back in, I think.
Good point.
So, okay, so here's one. I'm just thinking, but there were, like this person has literally no words. His picture's kind of handsome. I'm like, and then I'm disappointed. I'm like,
but with a cap, he has cap on. Oh, he has one without a cap. Is that him without a cap?
Oh, no, this is a new guy.
Okay.
Okay, so this picture I think is great. This is, I don't want to show, but it is well lit. It's got a great picture of him with his smile.
Yeah, it's a good picture.
He's not wearing a hat. He's not wearing sunglasses.
So many guys with caps.
He is smiling. Oh, there are people who don't smile in your pictures.
Good point.
No. And no bathroom selfies, and really gym photos are not great. Okay, but so he's 64, but the first picture, he looks pretty good.
Yeah.
But then as you look down, now I'm kind of wondering how long ago that first picture was because of his other pictures. But I would probably give him a try anyway because he's got some nice words and whatever.
You bring up a great point and something that people are concerned about. What about putting on your picture? And I may even do this on Bumble with the date of the picture.
Oh yeah, that's a great idea.
I think I'm going to do that on Bumble.
Yeah, you can do. And so this guy says, easygoing, enjoy travel. Everybody enjoys travel. Camping, hiking, exploring new restaurant. Grammar actually matters, by the way. Just FYI. Hope to find someone we can both do more activities together.
Yeah, it's what's bad.
The grammar's not great, right?
No,
so that makes me question, and there's a graduate degree, so I'm like, I don't know. But
good point.
For right now, I'm just going to swipe just because, whatever, we'll see.
Wow.
But
so he's excited, right? He's like, wow.
Some of these I've done, and I've actually been through. So this guy, again, has moved to Houston during pandemic, getting to know the city. That's all he says.
Yeah, see.
Like, nope, no. Active, anyway, so being creative in your photos, and I know there's a lot about people who say, well, especially men, they'll be like, I don't have a bunch of photos of myself. I'm like, get some.
And seriously, have a female friend take the pictures, because a female will know what looks good.
Yeah.
Is my personal.
Yeah. So.
Don't go professional, but yeah, professional. So I've seen some photos where they are, it's like almost stock photography. I'm like, that's not good.
Yes, exactly. So, anyway, okay, those are sort of my thoughts. So be careful and realize, again, you've got like 3 seconds to hook someone.
All right, so we're done with that. The next session is going to be on first date where to go, what not to do. How about that?
Yes. Oh, yeah. I did a whole workshop for a group, so I've got so much information about that.
All right, so I'm
excited.
Beth, I'm waiting for my drink, so cheers.
Oh, yeah. Cheers. And hey, if anybody out there sees my profile on some of these dating apps and you have constructive feedback, please let me know. Beth@darlingway.com.
Excellent.
Cheers.
Cheers.